A series of rumors appeared about the young lady named Yuria who has returned. Some even heard the rumor that she even ranked first in the rankings. Because she was both beautiful and talented, left her family to build her career on her own, and after just a few years, she was in the top 10 economic leaders who changed the empire. The girls of the same age couldn't help but admire the glamour she radiated. Because everything she wore was made of real gemstones, however, some people claimed that all of Yuria's items were fake. When she heard that, she immediately put on an industrial performance. The first step was to tactfully talk about the girl's skin, then began to introduce products from her company, making the ash-haired girl feel endlessly uneasy. Then Yuria put on a cold face to affirm that all the achievements up until now were built by her own hands. After hearing everything, the ash-haired girl hurriedly followed, hoping to soothe Yuria's anger. However, she still kept up appearances but was not sincere as she walked away, because Yuria believed those people only cared about wealth and power. To say it, Yuria was born as the eldest daughter of the esteemed Primrose Duchy. The family had 3 children including an older brother and a younger sister sharing half-blood. The younger sister, with her friendly personality, quickly won everyone's affection. As for her, completely opposite to the family's expectations, it didn't take long before they stopped caring about her. And only focused on the illegitimate younger sister, leaving Yuria in the corner with indescribable feelings. However, no misfortune lasts forever. Relying on her intelligence and effort, she returned as the richest person in the empire. While leisurely walking around the palace grounds, she came across that two-faced younger sister. The girl acted sweet and concerned as she asked after her. But when she saw the gemstones on the dress, she couldn't help but feel jealous. So she framed Yuria by bringing up the old story of the Primrose House, that the gemstone necklace their father gave her was sold, yet now she was wearing a dress reeking of gemstones. Making people who heard it become curious. Then the younger sister cried and looked like a victim, making Yuria feel sick to death because this trick had been used far too many times. The younger sister created a barrier between obedience and stubbornness. Picture that she had always been proud of in order to impose on her. When the argument broke out, their father came and defended the younger sister, without hesitation throwing harsh words toward his eldest daughter. I clearly remember my death, the moment when Yuria knelt down and begged, "Father, brother, please save me." The air was chilling and the floor was cold without a hint of warmth, and my father's voice was even colder than that. He felt no pity for her at all. "This is the last mercy I will show you. I do not wish to draw my sword, you know what you should choose." Making Yuria look at him with resentful eyes, giving poison to your own daughter, and calling it mercy. Right, rather than living like this, I'd rather go to heaven to see mother. Then she took a large gulp, causing her throat to be severely damaged. The older brother stood there and chuckled, "Father, you've been too lenient by letting her die so easily. Thinking about the things she's done." Then the father raised his voice, "Watch your words, Jikison, after all, she is still your sister." Then once again planting ideas into his son's mind. "No, ever since Lyrica came here, I've had only one sister, and that's her. From today on, there will be no more incidents that can tarnish the Duke family's name. My family tried to erase all existence of me, while I coughed up blood and died right in front of them. Why did my life turn out like this? That look of contempt, worse than looking at trash on the roadside. A tragic life, killed by my own family and betrayed by the one I loved. How meaningless, what brought me here, even though I had escaped from the start." Scene change, "Stop right there, villainous." He ran after her and grabbed her hand, making her uncomfortable. "Viera, how could you?" The monologue continued, "Because that was the person I had wholeheartedly pursued, my fiancé." At that moment, I realized, the truth is that there was not a single person in this world who loved me. No, there was one, but my mother had passed away not long ago. The love she gave me was real. When I was little, I could be happy and carefree in my mother's arms, forgetting everything. I never thought I would die like this. She held her stomach, her vision growing faint. So this is the end, my sight. As my consciousness faded, a forgotten memory appeared. In modern times, have you read this novel yet? She asked curiously, what's it about? It's a trending child-rearing genre, called ... Love the Abandoned Princess. The main character is a girl named Lyrica. The glorious life of Lyrica, who unexpectedly became the young lady of a duke's house, from a commoner ... At first, she was treated as an illegitimate child, but with her friendly and sociable personality, she won the favor of her father and brother. It's a story about the struggle with her half-sister, the antagonist. A cliché story but very moving. Yuria Primrose, the typical background character, who tormented the protagonist because of jealousy. Why am I only thinking of it now, that I have been Yuria all along? This place is inside the novel I read in my previous life. I should have realized it earlier when Lyrica joined the family ... Inferior even to your younger sister, she completely monopolized the love of my father and brother. And then they gradually resented me. Quickly, Lyrica even directed all social connections toward herself. The more she was loved, the more I was hated. Even my fiancé cheated on me with her and asked to break off the engagement. Yuria could only curse the heavens, damn novel. Standing before my blood relatives who had become so heartless, now I understand why I hated her so much. But being able to meet Mother was the only blessing, wasn't it? Mother, I will be with you soon. The blood in her mouth spreading, goodbye. The troublesome Duke family and my tragic life, I died in such agony. Opening my eyes once more, Ria, that voice. She didn't expect that she had been reincarnated, Yuria. The voice of a woman worrying about her. Oh dear Yuria, turns out it was her late mother, Mother ... You finally regained consciousness, but she was still groggy. Is this a dream? Then her mother placed a hand on her forehead. Let's see, how is your fever now? Then she held her mother's hand and sobbed unconsciously, Mother, where is this? Seeing that, the mother comforted her daughter. Oh dear, are you still hurting a lot? Did you have a nightmare or something? The doctor said once your fever goes down, you'll be fine. She thought what she was experiencing now was an illusion, a nightmare, huh? Were all those things truly just a nightmare? Doesn't seem like it. Everything was too vivid. Then she turned to ask her, Mother, I didn't die, right? Could this be heaven? Making the woman even more anxious. You must have suffered a lot. How could you die when you're only 19? Hearing this, Yuria was confused. What, only 19? Then suddenly from outside the door, Mother, we're here. And the woman cheerfully welcomed them. All right, come in. Seeing the two figures, the younger one happily asked, Sister, you're awake? That's such a relief. Yuria couldn't believe her eyes, for it was Lyrica and Brother Jikison. Lyrica put on her puppy eyes and asked, You're awake? Thank the Lord.